Last time on the Hood Tech presents the HoodCast.
Hood Tech presents the HoodCast.
Hood Tech presents the HoodCast. What it do, world? What it do? Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech presents the HoodCast. www.hoodcast.podomatic.com. Yes, this is HoodCast 184.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stroke out and let this world drive me crazy. So I definitely been. I took a chill pill today and fucking crashed out about 2:30 and woke up in time to do the show.
Right. Coco Mo. Hey, where his screen go? Oh, there you go.
What's up, man?
Laying in the motherfucking bed and shit. It must be nice. Must be nice. You laying in the bed.
Only way, man, that you guys can hear me, man. Other than that shit, man, I sound like I'm in the dungeon. You know?
He said, "What were you telling about the mountain lion? You had a mountain lion on the phone."
Yeah, I was out nature walking and shit, man, and
He said nature walking.
Next thing you know, man, damn mountain lion jumped on me. But check this out though. I tamed that motherfucker, man. I'm walking this mountain lion now.
Hey, you know when lions hunt, they hunt from the back. Like they'll come at you from the back. But you turn around, they'll be sneaky. But as soon as you turn around and get to running, they pounce you from the back.
Yeah, man. But I don't tame the mountain lion now. I'm walking this motherfucker now.
Walking this motherfucker now. This is a pet.
Yeah, I'm walking the hell out this motherfucker, man. Damn near saber-tooth tiger, man.
Damn.
All good.
It's all good, baby, because you know we're here,
good.
Every now and then, the boys, just gonna sit and chill with y'all. Oh shit! Shit!
We just had an interruption.
Oh shit! Who is this?
Who is that?
What? Hold up!
I hear some noise, but I don't see nobody.
Yeah, right. What in the fuck?
Hey, we can't hear you. Who is that? It says Smoke D in the corner.
Shit! It said, oh shit!
It looked like a goddamn gangster just walked in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Smoke Daddy is on the show tonight. Smoke, we can't hear you though. Where you at? You out in the streets, of course.
Y'all was connected to my Bluetooth, man. What's up, boy? You inside here, inside still in the building, man.
Oh shit!
Y'all know what it is, man. What's that?
Oh shit!
This is like a fucking Hood Tech reunion tonight, boy.
I know, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I see you out there at Trois, out there getting it in.
That little bitty ass motherfucker.
Man, I'm doing a little security, man. I'm about to take me to Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? Take me to Six Flags.
What's that smoke?
Who is this?
It's a heart attack!
Oh, man, what's happening? Like, y'all probably don't know this. They go 41, bro. I got 2 grandkids.
Oh shit! I ain't even got one, bro.
What the hell?
Damn.
Oh my god, you got 2 grandkids? Last my stepdaughter, she was playing with good toys and eating candy and shit.
So we can't even call you Smoke. We can't even call him Smoke Dirty no more. It's Smoke Granddaddy.
Smoke, Granddaddy Smoke.
You going up there in New York?
Hey, bro. Hey, it's. Oh, hold on. Who is that?
Who's this? He just popped in there.
Yo.
Get her back online. Get her ass back online.
She look grown than a motherfucker. Who that?
And she look familiar.
Let me see it, man.
Hey, who is that Smoke? You gotta introduce your friend. Or get your ass out the way and give her the whole screen. Get your ass out the way and let her give you the whole screen.
Tonight. I'm letting her introduce herself.
Yeah.
I'm Nika.
Hey, Mika.
No, she said Nika.
You said
hey,
Nika
baby.
or Mika?
Hey, baby, we all from Little Rock.
Mika. You said Nika or Mika?
Mika.
Oh, okay, Mika, my bad. Yeah, we all from Little Rock, man. We all in different parts of the country.
Yeah,
So Smoke.
I gotta look at
I'm
his face
keeping
like,
that
why
job.
can't
Just
you
do step back up, let me step back.
Yeah, back up a little bit so we can see the whole suit. We can see the whole fit. Yeah, turn it around.
It's a
I said,
horse.
yeah,
But that's
you know.
Yep,
the
she
teeth
cooked
come
up
thick
horses.
before I
Oh,
fly
shit.
it off.
but that's a horse. Look at those tails back
This
there.
is what they was. I just I ain't mad at him.
You know.
He's mad to the most.
Oh, shit. We have Tim
I'm
Cushion,
working on it.
Tech Dirt in the house, baby.
Tech Dirt in the building. Mr. Cushion hit me up because he had some shit he need to get off his chest, and I was told that this is an open forum for him to get the shit off his chest. So Tim sent me some topics.
Hey,
we all been running around today, so I'm a little behind.
Is it raccoon shit?
Is it raccoon? Is this a raccoon?
Is it raccoon shit on your chest? Big ass, cause this a big ass raccoon. I bet you that's some big ass shit that be shit.
Yeah, I sent him a long list. I asked him for recommendations. I didn't get any, so I'll just try to run them down really quickly.
Yeah, go. I mean, I'm sorry. When I saw the list, I was like, it's just been one of those days. It's really been one of those days. But
It
Tim,
has
please,
been.
fire away at your own leisure. Fire away.
I will.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna pepper Willie Biggs. Oh my god, Willie Biggs. Oh.
I'm not feeling well. I actually had to clock out early today and go to sleep because I was having a headache. But people didn't log on to hear me talk about my health issues. They got logged on to hear Tim. So Tim, go ahead, Tim. Do your thing.
All right, I will do my thing. Here's the first thing. Okay, first, John Oliver, who has decided to address a lot of issues that most people would not probably want him to address, which is weird because I think part of the objection is that he has an accent that people agree is authoritative, but don't want to give him the credit for having that. And he has addressed issues that we address in Tech Dirt all the time, which one of the latest ones was about drug raids. What do we do about drug raids? Well, what are drugs? Well, what is the drug war? We all know what the drug war is.
Something fabricated.
The drug war is simply a great way to oppress minorities. And that's the way it's always been. So now they get the drug war going on and they want to have these raids. So they do them as violently, as quickly as they can. And what is their excuse? Well, if we don't do it, people will destroy evidence.
I think Chicago and New York are probably the two, and of course LA in their Rampart division, probably the three most notorious police. Now Texas has its own level of nightmare as far as police enforcement.
Shit, Little Rock, you got to put Little Rock in there too, Biggs. You got to put Little Rock in there because them motherfuckers.
But I'm talking about on a national scale. You got it. New York,
Warren.
and Chicago, they're known for being monsters.
If you feel the Second Amendment is the only right anybody should respect, get the fuck out of line.
Get the fuck out of line. I like that. That's a new hood tech slogan.
And especially if you're like, well, I don't think felons should own firearms.
You told him. You say you don't think felons should own a firearm?
Come on. No. Felons, convicted felons, once they get out, the ideal of our criminal justice system is that they serve their time, they come out, they're good to go, and yet they deny them voter rights, rights to firearms, they deny them all this long list of rights that everybody else gets to have.
Right.
But for the most part, guys are like, well, I don't think they should have guns. Well,
hey, Tim, I'm gonna let you in on. I'm gonna let you in on just a little secret, son. Niggas like that don't give a fuck. I'm one of them niggas. We don't give a fuck.
It is now time. It's time. Get ready. Let's do it.
Yo, welcome back, world. Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech presents the HoodCast. www.hoodtech. See how I'm finna do it because I'm at hoodcast.podomatic.com. The HoodCast sponsor in this building. Yes, apologize. But after this,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Willie Biggs, y'all. That's Willie Biggs right there, world.
How y'all doing tonight, folks?
Kokomo the Don. Here in the
Look out,
background.
world.
And your boy G Mac the Boss. This is HoodCast 185. And yes, back to your apologizing, Willie Biggs.
I'm sorry, I have not got the domain name. I know I've been saying it for the last 3 shows. I will get it promptly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. Now we're moving on. We have a special guest. This guest is a guest. He trying to be like
That's
me.
special.
No, but I be trying to be like him. I don't know, because we both do multiple, things, and he's just a man.
He's a Renaissance man. Man
So
of many
Renaissance.
talents.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and honored to have Mr. Al-Karim Powell Darensburg. Did I put your whole government name out there?
You did.
I did. Do you mind, or should we retract that?
Well, you know,
Also,
I was thinking about dropping the last names and just like be like French there,
just be like,
one name. I told my parents, I'm like, what are your last names for? It's like, I'm just going by my first name.
let's go by first. We're going to go with Al-Karim.
That's
Or just go with Kareem.
Al-Karim.
No matter. Kareem.
I thought you always told me that Al-Karim was a whole one name. Was a whole.
It is.
It's all one word.
Yeah.
Just lazy folks like his friends just call him out.
Willie Biggs is, one of the few people that is allowed to call me Al.
Hold on. Only Willie Biggs?
No. You are by default because you came through him. You by default. You call me Al all the time, don't you?
Oh yeah, I sure do. That's what I was just gonna say, boy.
Only special folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, G-Mac thought he didn't have some privileges. He always get mad.
I love you.
I know.
He got all kind of privileges. He the only one who used to come to your house all the time when I wasn't even around.
Facts.
But that's how close we are, y'all. So for the listeners, yes, Al-Karim Powell. We're going to use his last name or not, but Al-Karim is family.
Yep.
He's Hood Tech family. He's HU2 Group family. Always been Hood Tech. HU2 Group family. Howard University family. We pretty much share the same DNA. So
pretty much.
When we say family, this is as close as you can get to being family around here. I don't think anybody else can get closer than that. We're so pleased to have him on the show with us tonight.
Thank you.
We're gonna discuss his many forays into the entertainment industry. If I go down the resume, we'll spend the whole show doing that. So we'll just talk about things as they come along. Before we get started, G-Mac, you want to tell them where they got to send their music they want to get played?
The HoodCast at gmail.com.
Thank you, sir. We're not spelling it no more. If you don't fucking know it by now, then, fuck you.
Right. I got too much work to be doing some shit like this for illiterate motherfuckers.
It's D-A HoodCast. That's as much as you're getting.
I'm about to say, damn, Beans, come on, man.
No, that's it. Because I'm tired of we spell that shit every week, and by now, people are sending music too, so we don't really have to pray.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
that's the whole point. when nobody was sending music, then we were spelling that shit out over and over again.
And that motherfucker long, dude. That's long. Yo, why do I have a tendency of having long ass emails and shit? I'm sorry, y'all. I just do that. Hood Tech Productions, all that big long ass shit. The HoodCast.
Yeah. Well, the HoodCast is decent, but that Hood Tech Productions, man, that was too goddamn long. It was bound to be misspelled at some point.
Hey, So
if you want to get your music played, send it to us at the HoodCast, DAHoodcast at gmail.com.
Original music. Please.
No mixtape, no covers. It's got to be original music. Speaking of original music, one of this man's many talents, Lord Al-Karim, he's also known as.
Yep.
He's also a singer-songwriter, so he's been gracious enough to give us one of his songs that we'll feature tonight. And it'll be a HoodCast exclusive. We'll post it up.
Yep.
So y'all stick around. We're going to have a great show. Al, G-Mac, how much time? We got time? We got time to talk a little while?
Yeah, we got time to talk a little minute. We got about 8 minutes.
About 8 minutes? Okay. We can get into it. Okay. First and foremost, I've known this man since I was 18 years old.
18, yep.
And he old, bro. He old now. This motherfucker old.
That's how people do it. That's how motherfucker do it.
Don't worry, because I'm old right behind you, bro.
Yeah, you old too, you bastard.
Hey, man, they helped goddamn me put my through as obituary together, man.
That's how old we are. That's Kokomo the Don. He's sitting in with us too, of course. But I was saying, I've known this man since 18 years old. And I have never known him to have a year when he wasn't doing something. Creating something, building. So where does that drive come from?
I mean, it's just a family. You know how my family is set up. And I come from a long line of educators and ministers. You know, everybody was always doing something and everything. And then, you know, my mother was always saying, you know, what you gonna do with yourself? You have
What you gonna do with you?
You can't just be out there in the world not doing anything. So you need to focus on doing something with yourself. And then I get up every day and I say, okay, what am I going to do today? You know, so I always try to figure out, you know, what do I need to get accomplished? Like, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, but I don't think people take any time to plan out their day. Or sometimes I don't even plan my day. I just say, okay, I need to accomplish something. So pick a couple of things and let's get that accomplished. And then, you know, next day accomplish a little bit more and a little bit more. And, you know, get somewhere. Like most people, they're just not doing nothing. Man.
They just, well, I understand. Well, I do understand your focus. And and having a bit of a lazy bastard streak in myself, I do understand other people who do not have a planned day. So shout out to you lazy bastards. I do understand you're sitting on the couch right now.
You lazy bastards.
And to be perfectly honest, you lazy bastards are the reason why we do this, to give your fat lazy ass something to sit around and listen to.
Right.
Just like my fat lazy ass likes to sit here and do it. But we bring energetic people like Al-Karim here that can motivate you to get the fuck off the couch and go do something with your life.
With your lazy ass.
With your lazy ass. I will say though, he is one of the people that motivated me on many occasions because when I thought things was tough and I did not know what the fuck to do and how I was gonna get to the next step, he was never one to let me just sit around and think about it. He was like, you gotta do something about it. Yeah. So and to be honest, he's part of the motivation and the reason why the HoodCast came back. Yeah. He was a big part of our move, a major part of our move to New York. Yeah. So we had to give you a shot. Matter of fact, thank you. He is a
well, the biggest thank you, you know, in actuality, I'll say this, just some history. Like you said, you know, we've known each other since we were 18 years old. And, you know, I'll just tell everybody, if it wasn't for Willie Biggs and another friend of mine, my freshman year of college, I don't know where I would be right now. Because between you and Rob Ross, y'all made sure I ate every day. I didn't have any money. My second semester, I had no plan. I didn't have nothing going. I had to get a job, all this, that, and the other. You made sure I ate every day.
It is true.
Made sure I ate every day. So, you know.
We've been breaking bread together a long time.
For a long, yeah. And you've been my motivation as well. Like, you already doing stuff before you even came to Howard. You were in music and entertainment and all of that. When you got there, you was like, this is what I was doing back home in Arkansas. Now I'm trying to do this here, that, you know, so this is where we are.
So I guess like-minded people stick together and attract each other. I'm not gonna go into how we met. It was a weird night on a G2 bus coming from Georgetown. I'll just leave it at that.
It was crazy and not to get all into it, but the crazier part is I wasn't a very nice person freshman year of school. So when he first approached me, I was like, I'm sorry, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, why are you speaking to me? What do you want?
But here's the crazy part. I later on I came and spoke to you, but I was on that bus trying to mind my own business. And Al-Karim being the superstar that he was in the back of the bus with like 3-4 badass chicks. Loud as hell, rowdy as shit, and it's like 11, 12. Ain't nobody on the bus but me and them. Maybe 2 people in the front that was annoyed by all of us. I said I wasn't gonna get into this, but they was having too much of a good time. You know how you see people having a good time and you not having? I think I had just got off working at a movie. I was tired. I was in the back being loud. I was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, they just having a good ass time. Now I know we all going to the same destination because like I said, they go to Howard too. And I ain't got time to be bothered with their asses. But Mr. Karim, being the open person out there is, he would not leave good enough alone. He was like, we gonna speak. We gonna have a conversation. How are you today, sir?
Spoke to you?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, see, everything is such a blur to me.
It was
And you
when
were-
I came back down to the dorm and I knocked on your door. I was like, "What's
Right.
up?" You was like, "Excuse me, who are you?" I was like,
Right.
Harassed the shit out of me on the bus the other day.
Like, I totally, like, that's how it was, though. It's like, if I ain't know you, like, I'm like, oh, what you talking to me for?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even realize that I was supposed to be on the bus.
Wow.
Right. Oh, cause see, you know,
That's Al-Karim for you. Boy.
when you're a celebrity at a young age, you just don't know how to
I
behave
was just
yourself.
mean. That's all that was.
Right.
Yeah, he was mean, but he knew his star was rising. And he didn't have time for the peons. He had time for the little people,
I wish.
And-
I wish.
and I can appreciate that. Later on in the show, we're gonna talk about your time with BET.
Okay.
Is one of your intro as professional in the fashion industry,
Okay.
design work, your current work, your music. So we got a lot that we're gonna cover. Kokomo's trying to roll that blunt up in the background. I can see you, Kokomo. You know we can see you, right?
Right.
He was like, yes. I know you can see me. I'm trying to get this blunt roll, and that is his contribution to the show. If he could pass that virtually through the screen, we'd all be lit in here right now.
I'm already lit.
Yeah, okay.
I stay
He
lit,
already
bro. Yeah. Big ups to Grand Marnier.
Big ups to Grandma, yeah. Now, that's a funny thing, though. We all drink and go do other things, except for you, Al.
Yeah,
You the cleanest living one here.
I've never drank, smoked, done any drugs, nothing.
Hey,
Man,
world.
you
Hey,
How are we all friends? This is what I don't
You
know.
gotta
Hey.
run for fucking president, Al. Run for fucking president.
hey, hey, world.
Oh,
That's the reason why I haven't ran. Man, all this shit on me, man. I said, man, goddamn.
Hey, y'all know that I'm a motherfucker. If I didn't know that it would have fucked Al up, I would have slipped to it because I know he loves sweets. He loves sweets. He loves sweets. So, you know, I know how to really mess him up.
Yeah.
Yo, but we finna hit y'all off with a little music. We'll be back on the second segment.
Yep, let's do it.
Ain't nobody saying nothing? We'll be right back, world, if I gotta say something. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
With another one.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
I ain't gon' lie, I need some help. I've been thugging by myself. Can't let them crackers come and get me and come and put me on the shelf. I'ma be paranoid on stage. People screaming my name. They get KVN, need some change. Reach for mine, I'm blowing brains. I'm stuck up in my bag, chasing all of this cash. I'm reminiscing about the past. They screaming out that is big cash. I'm making money like a meat, but I'ma spray me down to Rico. I ain't fucked about where she go. I'm a neighborhood hero. Nigga, it's cash. Motherfucking legend for the game. And I know that I'm making kinda hard for me to fake it. Kinda hard not to cry when you got niggas in the sky. When Noah died, I really cried. All this pain, I'm traumatized. You know I ain't telling lies. Now I'm in New York catching vibes, and I ain't never get no love. So I went and picked me up some drugs. 30 I was giving hugs. A nigga hung around with the thugs. I had enough, so I grabbed the mic. This shit just the type of life that you dream of. Come live the hype. Catching feelings, I'm catching flights. Gotta get on for my fam. They yelling now, let's go cam. I'm hard as fuck, don't give a damn. Signed the deal, I caught the lamb. I've been beating for a check, so I can put my dead up on my neck. Grab the chain so we can flex. I ain't gon' lie, I need some help. I've been thugging by myself. Can't let them crackers come and get me and come and put me on the shelf. I'ma be paranoid on stage. People screaming my name. They get KVN, need some change. Reach for mine, I'm blowing brains. I'm stuck up in my bag, chasing all of this cash. I'm reminiscing about the past. They screaming out that it's big cash. I'm making money like a meat, but I'ma spray me down to Rico. I ain't fucked about where she go. I'm a neighborhood hero.
Yo, this is G-Mac the Boss, and you are listening to HoodTech Presents the HoodCast.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Yeah, I overcome every obstacle set in front of me. It's a hard thing to do, but that's how it's supposed to be. A child of God, and sometimes I backslide, but I'm on my knees at night, and to the Lord I cry and ask, why is my life like this? Struggling to survive, keeping hope alive, hoping one day I thrive in this economy. building my conglomerate, controlling this monopoly. But that's in the future and I'm living in the present. Just had a birthday and no, did not get one present. And you would think that I might be depressed, but I'm still living, I'm still breathing, so that means I'm blessed. And I know my hard work is gonna pay off. Till then I'm working 2 jobs, trying not to get laid off. Bills piling up, gotta get these student loans paid off. Working like a dog, can't even take a damn day off. Them white folks is watching, they got their eyes on me. Plotting and scheming, they telling lies on me. But that's alright, cause homie, this is life. Just lost my girlfriend, I wanted to make her my wife. And I think about her all the time. Constantly, she's forever on my mind. Wondering what we could have been if the situation was not what it was to begin. And I knew just what I was getting myself into. But you would not believe the shit I've been through. So I keep smoking on this pine back to back, trying to erase certain memories from my mind. And it's a slow process, and it seems like I'm making no progress. But I do not have time for self-doubt, because I know that these thoughts that's trapped in my mind, I'm gonna get out. So I keep on keeping on, pouring my soul out into this song. Over the melody from the keys that I'm on, waiting on my day, and I know it won't be too long.
Presents the HoodCast.
The nigga named Doe. Phone full of hoes getting domed on the road. You ain't never seen green ties on foes. Got what you need, especially weed. My cousin Steve, he can make profit with ease. Mayhem and my nigga JP, like a stampede, ain't no stopping this G's. Get back to the crack on the hoe. But if you declare it, then let's go to woe. Catch you with something or someone, or maybe just no one, and lay your ass out on the floor. Cause we don't play in that LITTLEROC to the K with the keys to the safe. Motherfucker, I ain't joking. Smile one more time and your chest wide open. I'ma turn heads with the black on black, had the lap flow mad with the diamond in the back. Golf field up, same thing in the cup. L150 was the name of the truck. I aim a bus, I'm dangerous. A hit from me is like puffin' angel dust. Now everybody start blaming us, cause real talk ain't nobody taming us. And it's strange enough that I still ain't been crowned. Diamond in the rough and I ain't been found. King of the rock, cream of the crop at the club on the hill, sippin' lean on the rocks. South end about that bread, north side got that work. East end supply the goons, and west side is known to murder. Little rock is on my mind, and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on that scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on that scale and whipping up that recipe. Fresh out the belly of the beast, DOE, it's time to feast. I promise fortune to my niece, so I ain't got no time to sleep. Recap breaking down the sweet, feel like I smoke a pound a week. Every time I hit the town, I roll up and recline the seat. Beef is not an obstacle, boy, don't make me pop it. You got more knockout than Rocky do, stump harder than Baki do. Yo boy, what you rockin' to? This is not for play, my dear. Combination dirty hoes, Arkansas, they right here. To say that's moving clear so y'all can get the picture, bruh. Hit the roof like Superman and set it off like Vivica. Throw that money at my shows and watch them bitches pick it up. Then we dig them up, pick the sluts, mac them out of 50 bucks. Let me set the record straight, nigga, we some heavyweights. I switch them up like different plates. Niggas gon' forever hatin'. This won't change in the future like it didn't yesterday. LITTLEROCK where I stay. Oh, Little Rock is on my mind, and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little Rock is on my mind, and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little Rock is on my mind and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on that scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind and probably be the death of me. Down here we be on that scale and whipping up that recipe.
Yo, we are back. Second segment of the HoodCast. www.hoodcast.podomatic.com. We are back with Lord Al-Karim. I'm not gonna say his government name.
A Renaissance man.
Right. I'm not gonna say
He's a
your
Renaissance man. A man of many talents.
Yeah.
Selling one of the brothers up on Fulton. He's a man of many talents.
Right.
I got a special deal for you, my friend. My friend.
Very special deal.
That's racist. Anyway, so G-Mac, who's that you just played the last song? I like that joint.
The last song was Doughboy from The Rock.
Okay, I know his name sound familiar. He was around when we was home, right?
Yes. That's why I like this. That's a classic. The last two, and the one before that was your boy C-Scale.
Oh yeah, I know C-Scale. That's my dude right there.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Matter of fact, I've been trying to get C-Scale on the show. He told me one day, he was like, yeah, man, I want to do the show, but I be busy. I don't want to have to, like, be on there and run out. I was like, dude, get on your phone. It's 10 fucking minutes. You ain't that busy. Stop acting like you waiting on a Grammy, bitch. Just get on that shit.
Hey, that's that Lil Rock syndrome.
And the crazy part is, it's not like he trapping. Like, dude got a regular job, bro. You not like you got to dip from the police or something. Like, you got to run behind the phone and do the show. Like, you work at a school, bro. Be real. Come on. Right. But anyway, we got a genuine Renaissance man, a real talent, a multi-talented person. Lord Al-Karim, Mr. Al-Karim, the one and only Al-Karim.
The one and only.
Make some noise. So, and we were talking before, we were giving the short, long version of how we met. But, let's just try to get into it. Like, where did you get your start in fashion? Because that's what you're here for, about fashion. We're going to talk about the other stuff that you've done as well, but where did the fashion thing kick in at?
Okay, you have to be more specific. What do you mean by start? As in,
when did you get some needle and some thread, some cloth, a swatch, and was like, you know what, this should be something creative?
I did not actually start sewing really until probably about 2007.
2007, really?
Yeah, that's when I went to school. I decided to go back to school, so I went to Parsons School of Design and to study fashion. Even though I already knew how to design clothes, I already knew how to sew, I wasn't doing any of that. I mean, you know that better than anybody. We spent 25 years doing artist management, artist development, and everything other than fashion, so to speak. And
everything other than the most talented shit we could do.
And then honestly, what really changed everything, you remember when you were staying with me and a friend of mine was supposed to make slip covers for the chairs.
Yep.
And he messed the fabric up. And I was like, well, how hard can it be? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and I took 3 days to slip cover those chairs, and you turned to me and said, if I hadn't been sitting here and watched you for the past 3 days, I wouldn't have believed that you made those. It's like, and you were like, I didn't sew like that. I'm like,
I mean, those square straight back chairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, I didn't even know what you was talking about. I'm like, so like what? Like, I just, this, when you sew, you sew. He's like, but you were like, no, you really should have been doing it. He's like, you know how to do this for the past 25 years? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. But, that's what changed my direction. That one little thing said.
That's what changed. Oh, so I didn't know I had that much impact.
You had a lot of impact over the years on a lot of things. You just didn't.
Okay, so the show's no longer about you. It's about me and all my great impact.
It is.
Ta-da!
It's the actual Renaissance.
Well, it is. Look at there. I also learned the talent how to make the conversation about me. I learned that from Al too. So that is really when you started sewing, because you made slip covers for some chairs in the house?
Yeah, I wasn't. Do you remember me sewing anything before that?
No. See, that's the thing, and that's the thing about you that I think a lot of people. You always had like a different look, something eclectic, something. You always had some shit on that people like, where you get that from? So I always thought you had been making clothes forever. I mean, I always knew you had a fashion sense, but I was such been making clothes forever, at least for yourself.
I never really made any clothes for myself. And then when I first started sewing, I didn't really want to sew for anyone, like for the public, because see, I'm a perfectionist, for lack of a better term. Just like I just feel like if it's not perfect, I don't want to put it out there because my name is going to be on it. That's with anything, music, art, just anything that we do.
Right.
I mean, I've been a stylist, of course, for years and everything.
Now tell us about that. I don't mean to cut you off, but go into the stylish because that's why I want to get into your work in television. So you dress probably some of the most famous people in the world.
True.
As a stylist.
Well, we actually have to go all the way back to our freshman year at Howard, really. Everything started at Howard.
Doesn't everything start at Howard?
Pretty much.
For
fashion-wise, for me, it did.
For the world?
You studying everything, yes, it does. So one day, I was walking across campus, and somebody walked up to me and said, "Will you teach me how to model?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me that?" They said, "You are a model, aren't you?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Why would you think I'm a model?" It was like the way you walk. Well, my mother was a model. So the way we were raised, it's like sit up, carry yourself a certain way. You dress, you really put your clothes on, you take care in what you wear out of the house and how you present yourself. My mother was a runway model before we were born, but she also designed, she made clothes. I used to watch my mother make clothes. She used to make our clothes. Me and my brother had little matching outfits with bow ties and shorts and jackets and everything. My mother went to the fabric store with her. I watched her pick out fabric. I watched her make Chanel outfits for herself, dresses, so forth and so on. And her closet was filled with designer stuff, gowns and furs and all of that. So, and then the funny thing is, my aunt said to me one day, she says, when your parents met, she said, nobody in Raleigh, North Carolina could outdress the two of your parents. I knew this about my mother. I never knew it about my father. She's like, "Oh yeah, your father was the finest dressed man in Raleigh, North Carolina. Like your parents' fashion sense," she says, "was crazy."
So this is genetic for you then?
Pretty much. Art, fashion, all of that stuff. And I give credit to my parents all the time for the stuff that I do. From being able to speak. Both of my parents are ministers. I've never really done speaking, but people are like, "Oh, you're such a great speaker." That's just how people in my family talk.
Now we're gonna talk about that too, because see, you keep making this a personal conversation. You keep forgetting we got listeners. Now you telling me stuff because I know this stuff, but you gotta talk to people.
Okay, so all right, let me go back.
So let me. So we got to walk across campus, and somebody walked up to you and said, "Are you a model?" And you was like, "Pastor Grey Poupon." And so I was like, "No, I'm not a model. I mean, but I can show you how to walk. That's what you want to It's just, whatever." So what happened was, I showed somebody how to model, and then maybe they told somebody else. So when everybody wants to be in Howard University's fashion show. Yeah, true.
So I had several people come to me and like, "Could you show me how to model?" It only takes 5 minutes of instruction. If somebody can actually focus in on what you're telling them to do, I said, if you just do what I tell you to do, when you go into this audition to model, I said, they'll pick you.
Right.
And it was that simple. So then after that, at the time, I was dancing for the Washington Institute of Dance under the direction of the Dance Theater of Harlem. So this guy that was doing administration for the dance company, Kenny Diggs, he turned to me. We were at practice one day. He just turned to me and said, "You should start a modeling agency." I said, I said, "Why?" He said, "Because you just should." He said, He said, "You really should start a modeling agency." I started one the next day. Really? I had I've had like 250 people at one time modeling for me. Like I had like all these people, but people wasn't serious. Like
you had 250, only 25 players. Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, I did that. So that's sort of kind of where it started. From I was dancing, ballet, modern and stuff with the Washington Institute of Dance, and Kenny was like, "You should start a business." Same way I ended up being a photographer.
Wait. Don't skip the photography. See, you move too fast because I know a lot of this stuff, but I got to keep you in his vein because you'll go past some. Now, from modeling agency to BET.
Okay, so BET, that is sort of a jump. But anyway, so BET.
The show's only an hour long.
Okay. I decided one day that I wanted to go work at BET in their fashion department. So me and my roommate at the time, Keith Richburg, we went to BET, and I took him with me. And we walked in. I said to the receptionist, "I need to see the head of the fashion department."
Right.
Called him up there. Llewellyn Jenkins walked out. I looked at him and I said, "We want to work in the fashion department. We want jobs."
Just that simple.
And he was like, "Well, I just hired 2 assistants 2 weeks ago." He said the fashion department had just started 2 weeks before we walked in there. I didn't know that BT didn't have a fashion department. No clue. I just assumed, like, this is the best place to work. Let me go down there and ask for a job. And he was like, "Well, I just hired 2 assistants." I said, "That doesn't have anything to do with us." I said, "So, you know, I have a background in fashion with regards to doing windows and all of that stuff for different stores in Georgetown and working at this place, that place, and the other place in retail." I said, and I know how to design clothes and draw and all this, that, and the other. The girls that he had working for him had no background. The only reason they had jobs was because of they were dating.
Yeah.
Like that.
I get it. They had a very good oral presentation.
Right, quite right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He hired Keith and I, but he hired us and paid us out of his pocket. We weren't officially hired at BET through BET, which was sort of good in a way. But, you know, so he hired us, and for whatever reason, the 2 girls disappeared. Like, I don't know how long it took for them to not be part of the fashion department anymore, but when it came to me and Keith and what we knew how to do versus what they were not doing, they was like, "Well, we don't need to have y'all here if you're not really doing anything." Right. So they got rid of them. Me and Keith ended up in the fashion department as stylists, the first real stylist for BET. And that's how that happened. So I had a really great opportunity. I dressed all on-air personalities, and any celebrities that came in that didn't have wardrobe, we dressed them as well.
Now, of the celebrities you got to meet and dress, was there anyone that you were particular about? Anyone that you particularly enjoyed working with?
The favorite person that I enjoyed the most dealing with or working with was Usher. I met Usher when he was 17.
Right.
That's when his mother still managed him. And at that time, I didn't work in the fashion department anymore. At that point, I worked for Children's and Entertainment Television at BET. I moved to another department. So my job was to babysit the celebrity in the green room before their on-air appearances. So my job is to sit there with you, keep you company, keep you happy. If you needed something, I would ring for it, get whatever. But yeah, Usher and his mother were my absolute favorites that I worked with. One reason they gave me that position was because I'm not a person that I never got starstruck, because to me everybody's just whoever. However, with Usher, the difference was at the time he was actually my favorite artist. And so I said to his mother, I said, "Can I ask one little tiny favor?" And I was like, you know, I didn't want to ask, you know, whatever. She's like, "Well, what is it?" I said, "Could I get a picture?" She said, "Oh, you want a picture?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, just a picture." So they lined up. We took pictures, me and him and his mom. Ananda Lewis worked.
I remember Ananda.
Ananda took a picture with us. And then Jason Weaver happened to be there that day. I didn't know he and Usher knew each other. So I actually spent time photographing them while they were just having conversation. And Usher, like I said, he was 17 at the time. And you know those big water bottle thing, water dispensers? Yeah. So somebody had bought the water thing in there and the dispenser thing wasn't set up. Usher was like, "Oh yeah, we got one of those at home." So he showed me, he's like, "This is how you do it." He showed me how to do that, this, that, and the other. They were just really down to earth people. So the next time I saw them at BET, it was around Christmas. I remember he was filming a Christmas special. Usher saw me all the way down the hall. He screamed my name. He ran, picked me up, and spun me around. And the thing is, I was looking at him really strange. And he's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" I said, "Because people who've known me for years can't get my name right." I said, "You and your mother were only with me for a couple of hours." I said, "And you remembered my name and how to pronounce it correctly." He said, you were so nice to us.
Right.
Why would we not remember you? And I said, bro, you just don't understand. People have a problem just pronouncing my name who know me.
Right, that's what we just say, Al, because we don't want to fuck it up.
Right. Exactly.
Oh my god! So that actually that was a good story. I never heard that. I've heard the Usher story. I knew you were a big fan. You got to meet him and all that, but I really didn't know how the whole interaction went. So now let's fast forward. You're doing a fashion thing. You're babysitting celebrities at BET. Now we're going into our photography phase.
Well, the photography phase actually happened way before BT. It happened at Howard.
Really?
It happened during Howard that time. So when we got jobs in Georgetown,
Mm-hmm.
I worked for Downtown Locker Room, Benetton. What's it? Chic.
You were doing the windows. This is when you were designing the windows.
I worked for Macy's. I worked for the Head Company also.
Mm-hmm.
But I was doing styling, doing windows and all this, that, and the other. That's what helped me get at BET.
Oh, okay. So I had it backwards. All right.
Between BET and the models, having the modeling agency and BET, right in between that, I was doing photo shoots. Remember when you and I used to work for the University Reporter?
Yes, I do. That was a highlight of my life, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was when I was doing fashion, doing fashion spreads or trying to, but I wasn't shooting them. So what happened was I had hired a guy. We met this guy. He was shooting the spreads. I would set everything up. I would dress the models, put them in the scene, and then have the guy shoot the pictures. So one day, you remember Quentin?
Yep.
You remember Quentin?
I remember Quentin. Pretty ass Quentin.
Quentin and I still talk to this day. I took Quentin to Georgetown to do a shoot. Had him dressed, this, that, and the other. Well, the photographer called Quentin out of his name, trying to get him to be expressive. But Quentin at the time was only 15 or 16 years old.
Right.
You can't call a kid who's off the corner something other than his name. And it wasn't a good thing that he's like said. Quentin froze up and just was staring at me. And I was like, oh, Lord. So I had to
deciding whether or not to whoop his ass or walk off.
Son,
I know exactly what was going on.
I told him, said, the shoot's over. He said, but no, I said, you don't seem to understand where I get these models from. I said, this boy came from being a drug dealer on the corner to modeling for me. I said, you don't know how much doing that took to get him to this point.
And to keep him from killing you right now.
I had to fire him. So that evening, Kenny said to me, he said, go buy a camera. I said, what? He said, go buy a camera. He said, whenever you do these shoots, he said, you set up everything. He said, the camera does the work. The person he said, that photographer is just clicking. He said, you can do that. He said, it's your eye, not theirs. I went and bought a camera the next day and been taking pictures ever since. So then fast forward back to BET. Another thing that happened at BET, when it was time for back in the fashion department, it took an hour for makeup to be done before we could dress anybody. So each person took about an hour. I worked with Derek Rutledge, who is now Oprah's makeup artist.
Okay. Oprah's makeup artist.
Right. I used to clean Derek's house. Derek lived next door to Llewellyn. They were best friends. So my boss and the head makeup artist at BET lived next door to each other. They had, little townhouse. So I used to clean up Derek's house for extra money. Like he paid me $25 an hour because BET wasn't paying us. Llewellyn was paying me and Keith out of his pocket.
Right.
So to make up for the difference and stuff, he was like getting little stuff here and there, whatever.
Right.
I said to Derek one day, I said, I was sitting there while he was doing makeup. I said, Derek, I want to take your makeup class. And he looked at me and said, for what? I said, well, I want to be a makeup artist. He looked at me again. He said, you already are a makeup artist. He said, I'm going to show you 3 things. He said, and after that, he said, you don't need a class. He said, you're an artist. He said, I've seen you do that. He said,
okay, hold on right there.
Stop, hold on right there. We'll be right back, world. We're finna play some music.
HoodCast presents the HoodCast.
You gotta fight and fight. Miss Monet, say for
when the story gets hard, my hands are gone. What you got left to do? And when you're back against the wall, friends are gone. What you got left to prove? We're undefeated. Tell me we're undefeated.
To sleep on the floors, to sleeping in
reach my pinnacle. Don't matter if the problem big or minuscule. Keep grinding, faith they based on the visible. Nah, I'm a young black queen from the ghetto. I was taught to adapt, but never settle. What the hell I look like? Picture me giving up. Are you kidding? I don't move to the beat of their drum. I got my own rhythm. When they curse me, I got blessings on more blessings. All the L's that I took was just learning lessons. It's such a gift that I'm still present, still breathing. Bow down and kiss the ring. I'm
when the story gets hard, mine's all gone. What you got left to do? When you're back against the wall, friends all gone. What you got left to prove? Well, I'm defeated. Tell me well, I'm defeated.
Coming straight from the bottom, watch me floors. Sitting at the door, body shots to my core. But I'm stronger now, obstacles can't hold me down. Was willing to risk it all, but then my G, he kept me bound. Then I found a way, like Tommy, I ain't come to play. Level up, like Ghost, and them truth days. Modern day, Mary J, thought I was going down. Flip the page, now I'm living, watch me adjust my crown.
When the story gets hard, mine's all gone. What you got left to do? When you're back against the wall, friends all gone. What you got left to prove?
Put your hands up in the air right now.
Undefeated, undefeated.
You a fighter?
Undefeated,
Put your hands up in the air right now. DJ Digger, Rockwood Records. We undefeated. You dig?
It's your girlfriend's favorite DJ, the one and only DJ Digger here. You're listening to Hood Tech presents the HoodCast. You dig?
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Diamonds on my neck, if you the flu, yeah. 2-seat on my whip, I'm on my cool shit. You ain't talking money, I ain't moving. Trap be jumping, yeah, it going stupid.
Run it up, I get the check, then I run it up. That's when I said I'ma run it up. You know I'ma flex, I'ma run it up. Run it up, I get the check, then I run it up. That's when I said I'ma run it up. You know I'ma flex, I'ma run it up. My window stay tinted cause bitches not minding their business, leaving them winless. Too many sentences, holding a cops be a witness. Got me a ticket. From Willie, he said that his wonka's big, I should lick it, make me a missus. I married the money, little bitch, got no time to play mistress. About to go run up a stack. Battery all on my back. Fuck up a check and get it right back. Swiping these calls all out to the max. Niggas is broke, bitch, pussy is whack. Look at my wolves, they body is stacked. Vanilla and chocolate, what flavor is that? Pretty bitch mafia, never been capped. Call up my hitters to bring me the strap. Always be ready, no lack. And I hit him with the dash. Living great, moving fast. Blowing money by the bag. Till I'm added to the tag. Coming at me with some cash. Better make sure it lasts.
Diamonds on my neck, if you the flu, yeah. 2-seat on my whip, I'm on my cool shit. You ain't talking money, I ain't moving. Trap be jumping, yeah, it going stupid.
Run it up, I get the check, then I run it up. That's when I said I'ma run it up. You know I'ma flex, I'ma run it up. Run it up, I get the check, then I run it up. That's when I said I'ma run it up. You know I'ma flex, I'ma run it up.
On my neck, if you the flu, yeah. 2-seat on my whip, I'm on my cool shit. You ain't talking money, I ain't moving. Trap be jumping, yeah, it going stupid.
Run it up, I get the check, then I run it up. That's when I said I'ma run it up. You know I'ma flex, I'ma run it up. Run it up, I get the check, then I run it up. That's when I said I'ma run it up. You know I'ma flex, I'ma run it up.
Hey yo, what up? It's the ambassador of the streets. Now I'm rocking my boy G Mac. Make sure you check out the HoodCast. No question.
You got some warning signs, but baby, I don't mind. I like the color red, it fits me fine. You set my world on fire, I'll turn the heat up high. So I'll keep jumping in to every lie. Everyone say that you're bad news, and I keep turning the page, 'cause I ain't giving you up for nothing. Mama said no, but I told her I'm wrong. She said that you're bad for me, bad for me. I'm not listening, listening. Mama said no, but you look so good though. She said you ain't right for me, right for me. I'm not listening, listening, no, no. Mama said, mama said, mama said 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 no. I want that dangerous, give me that trouble touch. Free falling off the ledge, I'm on the cusp. They think we're way too much, but I don't give a fuck. 'Cause walking on the edge is worth the rush. Everyone say that you're bad news, and I keep turning the page, 'cause I ain't giving you up for nothing. Mama said no, but I told her I'm wrong. She said that you're bad for me, bad for me. I'm not listening, listening. Mama said no, but you look so good though. She said you ain't right for me, right for me. I'm not
Hey man, why you bullshit? That song be jamming like a motherfucker, big.
Yo, we are back. We are back. Mama said no. Mama said no. Yo,
That's the Funk Lab.
Funk Lab, that's my boys. Third and final segment, HoodCast 185, baby. We back with Lord Al-Karim. Lord Al-Karim.
Now, we've been ruminating about Al's long history in the entertainment industry and whatnot, but the problem with when Al and I have conversations is we forget other people got to listen. So, it ends up being like a conversation in the living room. So, we spend a whole lot of time, because we can do this all day. Actually, we have done this all day on many occasions. Especially when we both wasn't working. We just fucking talk all day. But, so I'm kind of trying to fast forward because we only got a little bit of time left. So, I don't know. So,
I can always come back.
That is true. We could always do a part 2.
Right.
You're just right around the corner.
That's right.
But we talked about time at BET. We talked about the how you got in photography, and you said you basically bought a camera because you got tired of having to be bothered with photographers.
Yeah.
And so I know you got a portfolio that's ridiculous, but I want to kind of fast forward through about 15 years of stuff that I know about.
Okay.
And get to the current.
Okay.
Where all that experience with BET, designing those windows, doing that photography, where it has led to your own fashion label.
So I got our friend Maritri went out with us. Maritri had performed in France, and I made Maritri a poncho, a wool poncho as a gift. And I'm not so good at remembering that I need to take pictures of stuff, but I just so happened to be at Maritri's house. I was helping her pack up because she was moving back to California. And I was like, oh, I got a gift for you. And I gave it a poncho. She's like, oh my God, because I knew she wanted one. And so I said, well, let me take your picture in it. Because I said, I be forgetting to take pictures of my stuff. So she wrapped herself in it. We took a picture and we posted on Facebook. Well, about a day later, she contacted me and said, my friend in France wants to know, would you come to France to do a fashion show for the next music conference that he's giving? And that's how I ended up in France. And not that led to, because I was already working on my line. I had done Harlem Week. I had done 2 collections for Harlem Week.
Now, tell them the name of the line before.
American Couture.
American Couture with a K.
With a K. A-K.
Right.
American Couture.
There you go.
So, I had done just Harlem Week. That's the only thing I had actually done as a fashion show of my stuff. And then I got invited to France, did a show over there. Now I'm back here. And I was about to do some more, I was invited back to France again. I'm still invited.
Right.
But then COVID hit and nobody went anywhere. And I've been just sort of putting things together. Now, since I've moved from Brooklyn to Harlem, I will tell you that every day I get an offer for something. Every day I've been here, there's been an offer to work on something. So currently, I am wardrobe, one of two people designing wardrobe for a television series about witches, warlocks, vampires, werewolves, angels, fairies, deities, and gods.
Oh, that sounds like the 5 boroughs. That sounds like a day in Manhattan. Okay.
It's going to be based out of New Orleans. I would say 95% of the cast is black. These rich black families. It's really interesting. The scripts that I've read so far, we've had table read already. We had 69 people on the table read. There are 93 characters I'm designing for. So that's exciting. Our partner Zaire, he is now involved with the brand Stall & Dean athletic wear. He called me and asked me would I be interested in being the lead designer on Stall & Dean's Rebirth. So working on that project. Our other partner, Mike Hands, he hit me up a couple of weeks ago. He's starting a new magazine called Relevant, and he asked me would I be fashion director or fashion editor for that. So I'm working currently on that. It'll be a quarterly magazine, so I'm working on my first fashion script for that for April. I got another call today from Steve Riley, who does Faces. He's now going to be doing a magazine called Indie Faces magazine, and he wants me to work with his project. I told him, send me the information. I'll look that over. I just did samples for iClub for his underwear line. I'm doing samples for Andrea's her hoodie collection.
You see, you're doing it again. I know who you're talking about, but the people that listen
I don't know everybody's last names and
we don't want to talk about the business, but I get you. I understand. Yeah,
I'm just outlining.
Now you laying out all these projects. I have to rein you in because I don't have that much time with you. Can you tell us, with all that you're doing, it would seem that you should be passing this knowledge along, as you have probably guessed this is a leading question.
I am passing the knowledge along.
In what ways are you passing the knowledge along to the up and coming?
I've been asked to teach at Medgar Evers College, so I've actually taught a couple of classes so far in fashion. At Medgar Evers, I have 2 more that I'm lined up to do in April. So they call me on a case-by-case basis, different divisions of the school, and I'll speak for this class or for that class. But ultimately, we're trying to build towards, possibly me being a professor at Medgar Evers to teach fashion.
That would only make sense. I mean, with someone with your extensive wealth of knowledge and experience, it would be it would be a travesty if you didn't pass that on.
I mean, I take interns, I mentor people. Since I've been here in Harlem, I picked up two new mentees and everything. And I love working with kids, as you know.
Right.
And it's always stuff going on and teaching. Everything's a teaching moment for me.
So so now you said because of COVID you didn't get to go back to France, but what is that looking like now? I mean, we getting vaccines and all that kind of stuff. Will we be seeing you doing some presentations, some shows soon?
Well, yeah, they actually they called me from France a couple of days ago. Vince called me and he said that he's doing a new project where he is taking artist works and using them as a teaching tool. So he asked me would I be a mentor to other artists. So basically what he wants me to do is to send him photography or videography of my work. He said it could be anything that I want to send. And then what he does is he has composers compose music to my visual work.
Wow.
So I'm doing that. Plus, they moved from Chalabre to Cannes. So my next show will be on the French Riviera. So you need
Cannes.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, everybody on the show, folks, rally up, and we need to get our passports because we all going to Cannes.
You do.
We'll be
gonna be serious.
We taking a HoodCast to France.
Right.
You are. I'm gonna be there.
Kokomo, you ready to go to France?
Bonjour.
Y'all need to.
Bonjour.
Hell yeah, you know we on the bus, we on the plane already there.
All right.
We friend.
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I already got my passport, baby.
You got your passport.
The boss is already international. I'm already international.
International. So we all gotta get our passports. So we
My
can
wang is known all across
I
the
definitely want to see you
Caribbean.
in Cannes. That would be amazing. Now tell me
I'm
something.
modeling too, man.
You got the website. It's AmericanCouture.com, right?
Yes.
Because you updated that site yet? Because you know how you are.
We're actually working on it now. My music producer, also business partner, Yarly Jafrard. Yarly and I sat down and we've outlined all the projects. He's working with me on American Couture and Luxtro, which is another line that he and I are collaborating on as well. But yeah, we're about to update the site because I want to have new stuff up there, new clothing, new work, and all of that. So yeah, we're working on it. But AmericanCouture.com, it is there, but it's just very basic. It just tells you who I am for the most part and what it is that we do.
Okay. So if someone wants to get some of your fine custom haberdashery, how can they reach you? How do they need to reach you? Can they get you through the site?
Instagram would be the best place to see some of my work, well, most of my work, because I put it there first. And that's just American Couture, the Instagram, Couture with a K, on Instagram. Or they can contact me at American Couture Brand, BRAND, at gmail.com. I won't give out my phone number.
No, we don't. We can't do that. That's too much.
That's
We don't want your phone number, Al.
Yeah, no, Lord, no. Y'all want that. But yeah, if somebody contacts me and they reach out, then if I see this serious, then I'll give them my number. They can call and talk to me. But
Right.
I will say this much to people: I'm not cheap. I'm not cheap. So please don't think I'm going to be doing stuff for $50. And I'm not cheap because the thing is, it takes a lot to have a designer actually designing for you and making it with their own hands. If I had people that work for me and they were doing something, it might be less because I have a worker creating it after I've designed it. But if the designer themselves are touching it, you're paying top dollar. Just so that you know. And it's going to be custom.
Why you got to treat our audience like that? That's like when you go to restaurants in the hood and they had that sign up to say,
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Like,
boy, hey, world, I hate being y'all, boy. I hate being y'all.
You drink minimum.
Right. I hate being y'all, world. Because I know me, I don't have to worry about that.
No, you don't.
Yes, sir. I'm glad.
That G-Mac bragging, because that's fine.
Hey,
I still ain't got my suit yet, but it's okay.
Al-Karim can't be the only narcissist on this show.
Yeah. No. You feel me? He called you a narcissist.
Hey, birds of a feather, though. Birds of a feather, that's my dude.
Well,
that's
I would
my
say
brother.
of all the people I know, of all the real talented people I know, he's probably one of the kindest and most generous people I know.
Yeah, he really is.
He is one of the kindest, most generous. And those are the people that the world never appreciate until they're not around. You don't know what you miss until they're gone.
That's fact.
So that's why we trying to get as much from this motherfucker while he's here right now. Get all I can get out his ass. Before he gone. Bleeding dry. We're going to have him on the HoodCast every week asking him questions.
Just let me know.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. We definitely got, now G-Mac, don't make a lie to me. We got his song in the show too, right?
Actually, we're finna play it in a minute. Right when y'all finish talking.
So, as well as a fashion designer, as well as a stylist, as well as a photographer, this man's also a hell of a singer and a trained violinist.
Violin, saxophone, piano. Yeah, that's how I went out for music.
Oh my goodness! You like what's that dude? The dude that what was the dude in the
Prince? Maybe.
No, I'm talking about back in the Greek, like the motherfucker.
Hey, only Al-Karim would say that shit.
Motherfucking things, man. Prince playing like 28 fucking instruments.
Right. I'm talking about this man do everything. So we got the pleasure of spending an hour with this man, and for the listeners, I know like we probably rambled on because we know him so well, and
we rambled.
but he's family and a friend, so he'll be back.
I'll be back anytime.
When we post the show, there will be links to his Instagram. There'll be links to his website. We might even put his phone number there just to piss him off. Don't worry though, the message box is already full. He'll never clean it out, so you can't.
This show though, man.
He'll never clean it out. So what we'll do is definitely we're gonna post up all his links so y'all can reach him on Instagram and go to his website and see some of his great wares, his fine haberdashery.
Right.
Thank you.
Men and women and children clothing. So you can get American Couture original.
In the meantime, world, we would like to thank y'all once again for tuning in.
Thank you, people.
For in the HoodCast. But we're gonna leave y'all with a Hood Tech exclusive.
Yeah, one more time for the HoodCast, man.
Okay.
And good to have you back on the show, man.
Gotta get Coco on his side. Okay, yeah. Alright, we're thinking about this motherfucker, y'all. We're thinking about this motherfucker because Biz gotta go and do some other shit.
I gotta go do some other shit.
So we're out of this Hood Tech preview.
Hood Day.
Hood Day.
Hood Tech presents the HoodCast. Hood Tech presents the HoodCast. This has been another Hood Tech production.